Hello there, Moon and Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel. I'm launching my new series today of monthly moon sign readings starting for the month of July 2022. So your moon sign represents a more personal, internal part of your psyche, including your deepest personal needs, your emotions, your hidden and shadow aspects, as in contrast to their sun sign, which reveals your identity, your conscious mind, your external world, personality, etc. So my intent is to make known, clarify, and or validate what's happening in your inner world. You can use this information to better understand what's going on and then make better decisions for yourself and for your life. Now, if you don't know what your moon sign is, check out the description box below for some website addresses to show you, because if you happen to stumble upon this thinking this was going to be about your sun sign, chances are it's not the same as your moon sign. So definitely check that out and find out. But lastly, I'd like to say thanks for stopping by today and spending some time here with me. Please remember to click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button before you leave. All right, let's get started. Spirit, tell me about Moon and Sagittarius for the month of July 2022, please. What's going to happen for Moon and Sag in July? There's two there, okay? We have first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. Okay. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. And finally, last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Okay. Sagittarius, Moon in Sagittarius. Have you been accused of being mean or being malicious in not just your words, but in your actions, your behaviors? It seems like you're having a hard time being loving and supportive to the people around you, whether that's your family, your friends, your social groups, work, school, whatever is going on. And you feel justified that you don't have to put on a nice face. And while that's true, sometimes trying to be less judgmental, or just trying to live and let live, be and let be, right? I'm not saying hide your emotions or don't say when somebody annoys you, or, but there's more loving ways to do some of these things. So Spirit is saying, unleash your kindest self. There is a kind part of you, whether you believe that or not, or whether the people around you believe that or not. There is a soft, squishy, gooey part of you that I think you keep deep within and you don't want people to see. This symbol is part of the solar plexus chakra and has to do with will and acting. And then this has the heart chakra here. So that's right in the center of the chest. The solar plexus is just below the chest, but above the belly button. So you could take some time. Both of these people are sitting in a meditative pose and working with your solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra to really get down to the heart of the matter. So assess the situation. So Spirit, like right now, and what I'm telling you, Spirit is saying, unleash your kindest self. Really sit down and look at it. Are you being kind? Are you fooling yourself? Do you think you're being kind, but really not? Because people around you are saying that, you say mean things, or you've said hurtful things, and you're just like, whatever, it's the truth. While that can be true, there are more tactful ways of saying the things that you need to say. And while you might think that's being kind, that isn't necessarily true, and people might not be taking it the way that you hoped for or want or think they should. So with the talk less, feel more, I feel like this is going to be hard for you. You're a person that is more outward and expressive, and you talk about things, and maybe there's something about talking that maybe you're not being mean, but you're just talking insistently, and people are just like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. Maybe that's why you're angry or upset or hurt, because people aren't listening. You have all this to say. And Spirit says just sit, be with yourself, look within, find out about some things about yourself, and think about how you're affecting people. Actually think about what the other person experience might be like hearing what you're saying. Because with this feel more, it's like you don't take time to actually feel your emotions or let your emotions inform you of information. And I think your emotions would inform you, empathy of how you're affecting other people, what you say, how it affects them. And, the internal part of this is the fact that, well, why are people treating me this way? All I'm doing is speaking the truth. I'm just talking about what's on my mind, or I'm telling somebody, well, the truth about what their behavior is or what their problems are. And in your mind, you are being kind, you are being loving by being honest. But so there's confusion internally, like, why are people treating me this way? People will stop talking to you, or people will stop listening to you, or people will roll their eyes, or whatever is that internally you're like, I don't understand. It's about understanding your effect on other people and your environment and how people are taking you and understanding you. So take some time out to really explore that, assess the situation, and spend time purposely not talking so much, and let somebody else talk and actually listen and then feel what it is they're trying to say. That's a type of empathy too. It's actually you're feeling, you're not just taking in information and then regurgitating or just speaking without thinking what you think of the situation. It's like there's not enough feelings involved. So let's find out the shadow aspect that's going to be find out more about the shadow aspect of why your internal, oh, that was fun, internal struggles are happening, and why you're confused about how people are treating you, and why you're confused that people are saying that you're treating them in a certain way that they don't like. So what part aren't you willing to look at? This is going to reveal the shadow aspect for the month of July, what you're really going to be fighting with and trying to understand and see and process. We have, is this me? Okay, that makes sense. You want to be you, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want to be able to speak as much as you want to speak. You want to be able to say what you want to say. You don't want to let anybody make you filter anything. You don't want to let anybody's feelings or anything that's happening externally change what you're thinking, feeling, saying, behaving, acting, all of these things. But by taking but this internal struggle, right? This like, why are people talking, or why are people treating me this way? Or why do people not want to listen to me? This is the internal struggle. And as you're going deeper and looking, is this me? That's a scary aspect. Maybe you're not being who you really are, and you're going to discover some of that, or just the fear of, I think it has to do with the fear of letting other people's opinions affect you and sway you and make it to where you feel like you have to say something other than what's really going on. Whereas what really Spirit is trying to say is just be aware of how your words and even your tone in your voice is affecting other people. There is validity in that, and there is reason to look at that and understand that, because this will help you with this internal struggle when you realize, oh, I said it that way, and oh, that did come out kind of wrong. You know what I mean? So working on unleashing your kindest self is going to feel foreign. It's not going to feel like who you are. It's not who you've made yourself up to be to this point. It's not your programming, or it's not what you think you should be portraying. It's so there's a questioning, is this me? Can I really feel more and talk less? Can I really be kind according to what other people think is kind, even though sometimes you think by being honest is kind, and that is true. But like I said, there's ways to express yourself that aren't so harsh. I think you just come off a little harsh, and it's affecting people, and it's also now affecting your social life, even probably work. Maybe it's affecting how quickly you move up in the company. Maybe your friends are keeping you kind of at a distance and you don't understand why. any social group that you're in. You're not being picked to maybe talk about a certain subject, even though you know so much about it, but it's just how you come across that people don't want to listen. So let's find out more. Let's draw some tarot and get some clarification. Spirit, tell me more about Sagittarius, Moon and Sagittarius for the month of July. What else is going to happen? Or let's get some clarifiers. Okay. There's a couple. Those flew out, so those are going to be pretty important, I think. That's too many, but I will pick from those. So there's 2, and I got to pick 2 from here. So this one and this one. The Fool and 3 of Swords. Okay, is what was there. All right, so we have the Hierophant, the Page of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and finally, Ace of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, by the end of July, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself, and you're going to feel a lot better about who you are, what you portray, or what you're about, and dealing with people around you. But first, let's go here. Hierophant. The way you have brought yourself, or your belief system is very traditional, I would say. You believe that, like I said, just speaking truth is enough and is kind. Spirit is saying there's more, there's a deeper spiritual aspect here that you can explore, and you don't have to stick with the old ways or stick with these ways that you are dealing with this, expressing it, dealing with the people around you, dealing with the situations that happen because of the way you affect your outer world or the way people are responding to you. So there is a spiritual aspect to this, and you need to move to a newer belief system. The old ways don't work anymore. Page of Wands. This is kind of about a new beginning and a new inspired action. So I want to say some point during the month of July, you're really going to sit down, you're going to really feel like, okay, I really need to assess this situation. I really need to look at this and find out what is really going on. I need to know the truth, because you're a person that likes to speak truth. You want to know truth and you want to understand. So you embark on a new adventure, basically, that I'm going to figure this out, and you're going to help yourself release the old ways by doing this and finding new ways. And it's going to be, almost exciting. Like this is something you haven't explored before, you haven't thought about before, and so it's kind of exciting. Now, practicing talking less. I think there's going to be a point where you're going to physically and mentally, okay, today when I'm at work, I'm not going to talk incessantly, or I'm going to very limitedly speak what I want to say and do more to just listen to what other people's has to say, other people's ideas, other people's feelings about a situation, about how they interact with you personally or how they interact with somebody else, all of these things. And there's going to be a lot of lessons that are going to be learned by actually staying quiet at times and listening and feeling yourself and feeling what other people are saying, feeling empathy, feeling what it is that they're trying to get across. Whereas I think before it wasn't something that you did, it wasn't something that's part of your internal makeup. And now you're going to kind of, you're embarking on this new way, right? A new way of living, expressing, feeling, interacting. And there's a lot of lessons learned. And it's going to get easier. And I think by the end of the month, it's going to get a lot easier. Not that you've got it down perfect. Not that you won't have times where you incessantly talk and talk and talk and talk, because you're not conscious of what's going on. It takes practice to change, to grow, to keep, understanding, keep assessing the situation. But by the end of the month, with Ace of Cups here, you're going to, like, I even feel like you're going to love yourself even more. There's going to be more to love about who you are and how you express, and there's going to be less of this, is this me? You're going to discover more of who you are, something that you didn't know. And it helps you to be more compassionate and kind and loving to everybody around you and yourself. And you're going to love it. And it's a whole new adventure. So look forward to that by the end of July, that things have already started shifting. Not that you're going to be perfect at it, but you can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. Okay. All right. Let's get one last message, please. Spirit, for Moon in Sagittarius. One last piece of advice, please, Spirit, for June, for Moon in Sagittarius. All right. That is the artwork. And it says, I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. So this project, or moving this forward, is being guided by the universe, by God, by angels, by your spirit guides, whatever it is that you believe in. They're there, they're protecting you, and they're helping you all along the way. And that's where the spiritual thing comes in too. You've got guides, or you've got the universe that's got your back, okay? And you are moving towards your goal. And like I said, by the end of July, you're going to feel, so you're going to, like I said, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know that this is the right way to go. Whereas when you start, you're like, I don't understand. I don't think this is right. But you're going to understand that you're headed in the right direction, and a new appreciation for self, for others, and a new love and respect, even respect for yourself and others. So it's really going to be a lot better by the end of the month. All right. I think that's all the messages I have for you, Moon in Sagittarius. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Be sure to check out your sun sign reading for the month of July as well. May the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.